Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of MBHL On The Ball for 2013. It's a new year, we have new highlights, but as always, I'm your host, Matthew LaFleur Harewood. Now, much like Justin Timberlake, as long as I have my suit and tie, we can get to our first game. Our first game comes from the I-League and has Reapers facing off with Dusty Crusters. Both teams are looking to get their seasons back on track, with both clubs having sub-500 records. Both teams will also be looking to get their scoring back. The Reapers have only scored 3 goals in 3 games, while the Dusty Crusters have 6 goals in 4 games. Let's see how this one turned out. We start this game off right from the opening faceoff. Chris Hanfield brings the ball into Reaper's zone, but goalie Justin Manassa will be there to make the point-blank save. Still in Reaper's territory, Jesse Cohen is left alone in the slot, but once again Manassa is there to stone the Crusters forward. A play that deserves a second look. The first period was dominated by the Dusty Crusters, outshooting the Reapers 10-5 in the first frame alone. Manassa was asked to make big saves in tough situations to keep his team in the game, most notably stopping Matt Rumiliadis on a 2-on-1 break, and then again, moments later, alone in front of his net. One of the rare chances for the Reapers in the first come from the stick of Sam Beauchamp, who misses the net from in close. Late in the first, Manassa flashes the glove against Ryan Lindlodge, who uses the defenseman as a screen. Back in Crusters' zone, David Seguin gets a chance up close, but his shot misses top corner over Eric Scal's shoulder. Now in the second period, a bad clearing attempt from Josh Kellen lands on Lindlodge's stick, but his shot goes wide on Manassa. Manassa shows up big once again moments later when he stones Joey Cohen in the slot with a big blocker save. Despite being outshot 15-5 in the second period, the Reapers will break the goose egg tie when Beauchamp takes his own rebound and beats an out-of-position Scale. Less than a minute later, the boys in red will double their lead when Eric Nantel does his best impression of the one-man show, beating everyone, including the goalie, with a beautifully placed snapshot. With 30 seconds left in the game and the goalie pulled, the Dusty Crusters will spoil Manassa's shutout bid when Costa Gionis' shot hits Fernando Franco's foot in front to beat the netminder between the legs. That's as close as they would get as the Reapers take the 2 points with a 2-1 win. This was the Reapers' first win of the season, having failed to gain a point in their first 3 games. The Dusty Crusters have now lost 3 straight after having started the season 1-0-1. Justin Manassa did well, pushing aside 24 shots to earn his first win on MBHL On The Ball, having lost his first 6 encounters on the show. For our second game, we go to our mixed league with the Rugrats taking on Underdogs. Underdogs will have a tough test against the Rugrats, who have been a very solid team over the past few seasons. They will need to hope that their offense wakes up, having been shut out in their last outing. The Rugrats come in having won their last matchup against Jameson Whisperers and hope to build from that game. We begin this game with the Rugrats breaking in on a 3-on-2, but the shot goes just wide on Andrew Jackson. Still in the underdog zone, Joey Palmitano will get the ball in a great position to score, but Jackson turns him away with a big toe save. Back the other way, Michael Ajar dangles around his defender entering the zone, but can't finish in front of Santino Catalano. The Rugrats will open the scoring at the 14-minute mark of the first. Mike Amendola will charge the net after a shot, and Renzo Fasano's rebound will hit Amendola before hitting the back of the net. It's 1-0 Rugrats. With 30 seconds left in the first, Fasano breaks out of the corner, cuts through the middle, and beats Jackson with a low shot. It's now 2-0 Rugrats. More from Fasano 2 minutes into the second. He walks in again into the slot, untouched, and rifles his second of the game, high blocker side. Rafaela Tropea makes the initial pass. The Rugrats would add to their lead just over 2 minutes later. Amendola's crease pass doesn't find anybody, but once the ball is recovered and sent towards Jackson, number 96 is there to pick up the garbage. It's now 4-0. Jackson is bombarded with 15 shots in the second period alone, including this one point-blank range on a partial 2-on-0. Unfortunately, he is beaten soon after by a well-placed top-shelf snapshot from Palmitano, who found himself alone at the top of the slot. Underdogs just couldn't get their game together in this one to muster up many chances, having only directed 8 shots on net. And when chances did occur, they were unable to finish, as seen here with the 3-on-1 attack that doesn't even lead to a shot. Setere Amini would close out the scoring when she takes the Anthony Rapone feed on a breakaway, beating Jackson far side. The final score would be Rugrats 6, Underdogs 0. With the win, the Rugrats improved to 2-1-1 while the Underdogs dropped their 5th straight to open the season. Fasano and Amendola both finished with 3 points each. Catalano faced only 8 shots to earn the shutout, while Jackson faced 25 shots, conceding 6 goals. Our third game brings us back to the I-League where Silent Attack faces off with Hitmen. This game pits an older, more experienced Silent Attack team versus a younger Hitmen team. Silent Attack will have to hope that their years in the league will help them slow down the up-and-coming Hitmen, who feature a crop of extremely talented and hard-working core of players. This game starts off with Silent Attack's Samir Mansouri, who gets the ball at the face-off circle, but his shot is stopped by Karim Bakhtar Awad. With the Hitmen unable to clear their zone, Bakhtar Awad has to make another point-blank save, this time against Kevin Arroyo. Soon after, Chase Trépanier breaks into Silent Attack zone and feeds Keith Sina, who taps the ball past André Marcotte, making it 1-0 Hitmen. Moments later, a beautiful passing play between Nitihil Raghunathan and Emmanuel Erdin leads to a great chance for Raghunathan, but Marcotte stops him up close. Both goalies pull off big saves early on in this game, with Bakhtar Awad making a great reactionary save on a tip that hit his own player in front of the net. Hitmen doubled their lead with 6 minutes left in the first. Trépanier wins his battle in the corner before cutting into the middle and beating Marcotte up high. 2-0 Hitmen. Now in the second period, Trépanier is looking for more on a partial break, but Marcotte makes 2 big saves, saving his best for Matt Arsenault. And now for a beauty from Raghunathan. The Hitman forward comes in against 2 defenders, breaks through before pulling off a nifty move on Marcotte, burying his backhand top cheese. Definitely worth a second look. That goal makes it 3-0 Hitman. Later in the period, with the score now 5-0, Inshan Ali cuts towards the middle and fires a shot that deflects off defenseman Dominic Gagnon, leaving Brent Tisley to tap in the loose ball. Silent Attack will cut the lead down to 3 less than 2 minutes later, when Arroyo fires a wrist shot from the slot that makes its way through traffic and to the back of the net. All of a sudden, it's 5-2 Hitman. The comeback will be cut short when Arsenault seals the deal with another highlight reel goal when he shakes off his defender with a nasty toe drag before cutting back to his forehand to beat Marcotte. A goal that has to be seen in slow-mo to truly capture the Dipsy Doodle Dangle show. The Hitmen will finally take this one 6-2. With the loss, Silent Attack dropped their 4th in the first 5 games, while the Hitmen have now won 3 straight since starting the season, 0-2-1. The Hitmen had 6 different goal scorers in this game. Marcotte faced 19 shots, while Bakhtar Awad faced 14. Game 4 comes from the X-League and has Blowholes versus XY Factor. Blowholes might be a new team, but they boast veteran players like Greg Kelly and Ryan Rourke, as well as goalie Brian Marchetti. These guys will be asked to play a big game if they're hoping to win. XY Factor, a team that has been a staple in the mixed league for many years, feature the Monroe brothers, Chris and Dave, who have an act for being big game changers and will need to be just that in this game. This game starts off deep in Blowhole zone. Chris Monroe finds Paul Micheli deep in the slot. The big forward turns, but his shot goes wide. A face-off win in XY Factor's zone leads to the game's first goal, courtesy of Ryan Rourke's wrist shot. It's 1-0 Blowholes. Looking for the quick equalizer, Marty Lacoste steals the ball and finds Kim Germain all alone, but her shot goes wide on Brian Marchetti. Still in the Blowhole zone, Monroe looks to strike, but gets denied by Marchetti. The rebound will eventually get to Micheli, who gets absolutely robbed by a big pad save. XY Factor will tie the game with 7 minutes left to the period. While on the power play, Daniel Rousseau finds a streaking Monroe, who buries the pass by Marchetti. Heading back the other way, Rourke beats his defender with speed and fakes to the forehand, but can't beat Ian Bertrand. With only 30 seconds left in the first frame, Greg Kelly's point shot gets stopped in front, but Lauren Proudfoot digs out the rebound and slides the ball behind Bertrand. Blowholes regain the 2-1 lead. But before the end of the period, Dave Monroe connects with his brother Chris, who tries 2 times before beating Marchetti to tie the game back at 2, heading into the second. We move halfway into the second to see a 2-on-none led by Rourke. He outweighs Bertrand and feeds Proudfoot for her second goal of the night. Blowholes regain the lead once again. 2 minutes later, Rourke is with the ball in the corner. He sends a pass towards the net that Bobby Sims tips by the XY goalie. Our cameras didn't catch it, but you'll just have to believe it. It's now 4-2 Blowholes. XY Factor will cut the lead down to 1 2 minutes after that when the Monroe brothers connect again, with Chris tallying the hat-trick. Now looking for the tie, Michael Burrill will see his shot hit the crossbar, and with that, the Blowholes win it, 4-3. The Blowholes improved to 3-1-1 on the season, while XY Factor are now a 500 team with a 2-2 record. Ryan Rourke finished the game with 1 goal and 2 assists, and was the most dangerous player for the Blowholes, while Chris Monroe and his hat-trick makes him the most dangerous player for XY Factor. Our 5th and final game has 2 teams who know each other very well, Bukake versus Jameson Whisperers. While new teams on paper, they're composed of players who played for huge leagues, last fall's X-League champions. Good friends Corey Steger and Justin Romeo, once teammates and now enemies, face off in the first of 2 meetings this season. Who will take the first one? Let's go and see. We start our last game with the Jameson Whisperers on the attack. Kevin Feehan wins the race into the zone and finds Ryan Steger, who bats in his own rebound to make it 1-0 Jameson Whisperers. The Whisperers are back at it again moments later, but this time Matt McKinnon stops Mike Brown. Now with Bukake attacking, Scott Mironovich picks up the loose ball in the corner, and his quick shot fools Julio Correa, tying the game at 1. Bukake will take the lead 2 minutes later. Danny Deshotel finds Brad Johns, who was forgotten in front of Correa. He makes no mistakes from there. 2-1 Bukake. Things go from bad to worse for Correa and Jameson Whisperers. The Whisperers goalie is unable to control the Johns shot, and John Wood picks up the rebound to give his team the 2-goal lead. Now in the second period, more from Johns, but this time the goalie has the upper hand with the save. Looking to get back into the game, Steger gets the ball at the faceoff circle, but can't find the back of the net with his snapshot. Moments later, Feehan wins his battle for the ball and tries to feed Kristen Andari, who can't get a stick on the ball. Soon after, Mironovich comes down the wing, steps around his defender, but can't beat Correa. Now in Bukake's zone, Corey Steger goes to work, showing off his 6 stick handling skills, but can't beat McKinnon when he finally pulls the trigger. Jameson Whisperers will cut the lead down to 1 when Corey Steger finds Brown behind the defenders, who makes a nifty move to his backhand to make it 3-2 Bukake. With 8 minutes left of the game, Justin Romeo goes almost end-to-end, going around several defenders before handing the ball off to Johns, who makes no mistake beating Correa. It's now 4-2 Bukake. Johns would later complete the hat-trick in an empty net, and Bukake will finally take it 5-2. Johns finished the game with 3 goals and 1 assist for a 4-point night. The win brings Bukake over 500 mark, while the loss drops Jameson Whisperers to 3-2. McKinnon did well, stopping 18 of 20 shots, while Correa stopped 16 of 21. It's now time for the highlight of the night. And for that, we go back to our third game between Hitman and Silent Attack, when Matt Arsenault undresses everything and anyone on his way to capturing our highlight of the night. A nifty play that will definitely go down as one of the best that we've seen in a long time. That's it for our first episode of 2013. We've already had some great highlights to begin the new year, and we can only expect more in the upcoming weeks here in the MBHL. Don't forget to follow the MBHL on Facebook and on Twitter. Twitter handle at MBHL_official for your live updates. Until next time, I'm Matthew LaFleur Harwood wishing you a good day.